absolutely. Here. What do you want, honey?
Because this place really sticks to all five senses. Taste, smell, sight. I mean, you look at something, you're like, oh God, that's beautiful. And then we're like, yeah, that's beetroot powder. You can put that in smoothies, you know.
We invite you to open every jar in here to smell. So to get you started.
So I love talking to customers. I'm a people person. So when I come in to this business, that was my main thing. I love talking to people, giving them recommendations, helping them with some health issues if they have them. We can provide other spices that aren't medicine, so it's nice to be able to help people.
You can pull it down if you need to. It is great on chicken, pasta, or you can use it as an olive oil bread dipping.
Andy and Gail Barth are the owners. They opened up their store in Blowing Rock a little over 7 years ago. And so they were doing so well over there that they wanted to have another store that can help with the mass load of work that they have to do, because we bag, we bottle, we make all of these spice blends ourselves. So we have to have a lot of hands. And in our Blowing Rock store, it has become more of us talking to people and selling with them and helping them find things. So he opened up this store mainly to get West Jefferson a nice different store that we needed. But also to help with the workload over in Blowing Rock. So we do a lot of their production and bagging some of their stuff.
And then here, so all we have here is loose leaf tea, so you will need an infuser, and we have a couple different options for you. If you want a teapot infuser, all of our teapots will have a little basket.
So it was the week before they did the shutdown. We opened March 17th. And then we shut down a week after that. So the first day when we opened, we were all maskless. We were doing samples of teas, because we had all the intention of doing samples of our tea bar, doing cooking classes, tea demonstrations. And then the week went by, and then like the day, probably like a Monday, they called us and said that we have to be masked and do not open our jars and bag out of them. So all of our stuff had to stay shut on the wall, and we were having to just bag for people and tell them what it smelled like.
Our main thing is the custom blends. This is the highlight of our store. We make over 90 of these.
The people having to wear a mask, they are having a hard time with that. Especially when we had to mandate it. We had a bunch of people who just refused, but which we were just following the rules like we were supposed to. But you can smell through the mask is the main thing we try to tell people. You could smell through the mask. We couldn't let you taste anything at the time. We're trying to ease back into it, but probably not now, since things are getting a lot worse.